Sammo got evaluated for concussion, but he ended up returning. Go ahead. No, I mean, we got to get the MRIs and everything tomorrow to find out.
Trent was out for a little bit as well, Trent Williams.
Mm-hmm. But he came back. He was good.
Was it ankle or?
They didn't tell me.
You got a good look at that deep ball to Pearsall. He seemed to vary his speed, and that kind of allowed him to get open. Is that, part of that route, or is that him improvising? What did you see on that play?
It was a double move. We ran it earlier in the I want to say maybe the second, third down of the game. And then we just came back with a double move on it. Ran a real good route, and Brock threw a good ball. Must have had good protection on the play because it takes a while to do.
On the touchdown there, Brock, is that just a regular scramble kind of drill? And
yeah, that was just breaking out. I mean, I was looking to the left on the play that we were calling, and they weren't there. And I take my eyes to the right, and Brock's breaking the pocket. And when he threw that up, I couldn't see it at all. I didn't know if he was throwing it away. I didn't know if it was a pick. But our guys on the sideline started cheering, so it ended well.
what does it mean that you have guys out and a guy like Jake Tom just makes a touchdown catch to win a game?
Oh, it was huge. I mean, it wasn't just that catch, but both of those tight ends, him and Luke, and Juice picking it up. Losing Kittle in that game was big for us. I mean, it was a huge part of the game plan, as you guys saw earlier. Had to mix some guys around, and those guys just stepped up big, man, and especially to end it with the game winner.
But with everything that went on, missed field goals, guys getting hurt, to win this game, what does that mean?
I was just so happy with our team. I mean, there was a lot of adversity in that game that we had to overcome. Offense, defense, special teams, a number of injuries, those 2 turnovers, being able to get 2 to even it out and still find a way to win. I was real proud of our team. That was our first game together, and didn't like everything, but I liked how our guys played. I liked the attitude. They never wavered, and I expect us to get better as we go. Just from as a whole, I thought they slowed him down enough, kept him out of the end zone enough for us to win. Thought we gave up a number of big plays, especially for the half, the second quarter. There at the end on the 2-minute, just willing to get all the way in the red zone before we got that turnover back. So hopefully we'll clean some of that stuff up, but liked how they played overall. Special teams. Well, obviously, I was disappointed that we missed 2 field goals. I mean, we missed 1, which was a big miss, especially I think we were inside the 10. I want to say it was 27-yarder. The next one, Love made a hell of a move. I think it was Love. Splitting that D-gap. Looked like he jumped over the guys. I saw it on the scoreboard. But we got to clean up that protection. That's everyone there. That one wasn't Jake. That's just a whole operation. But, yeah, we got to do better.
You went for it on 4th several times, so was that just, we're not going to kick a field goal if I can help it?
I don't think so. I mean, I want to say they were 4th and 2. So I don't think that changed it. I mean, would have kicked it if it was more than that.
Is Jake in any question? Is that kicker in any question in your mind whether he's going to be back with the team?
No question.
How pleased were you that Christian was able to go today and that he was able to be as impactful as he was?
What's that?
How pleased were you that Christian was healthy, able to go today?
Real pleased. I mean, we got a scare on Thursday, but started feeling much better about it Friday and Saturday, and I didn't get to talk to him about it. It seemed like it wasn't an issue, and that he had a hell of a game, man. It was awesome to have him out there.
What can you say about Brock's poise and ability to come out and win that at the end?
It's huge. I mean, there were some big plays at the end. I mean, we were back and forth, and it just kept getting tighter and tighter. And to make that big play to Ricky, to get the explosive, to get us down there, and that play he made on 4th down was huge. I think the biggest one in the drive was him going across the whole board on a progression. I mean, just a tough deal to do for a quarterback. And I don't know if he hit, I think it was Jake Tonjes, a low ball on the other side that kept the drive going, and played really well there.
Fred Warner, after he got hit, was out for just a little bit, but did he seem even more, I guess, feisty or angry after the nose issue?
I don't know. He always seems feisty and angry, so I don't think he can be much more than he always is.
What did you see on the Purdy interceptions? I know 2 separate plays, but was he forcing it a little bit, at least on the second one?
I didn't think so. I mean, I thought both of the guys made really good plays. We had a high-low going. They ran a good blitz and took Christian out so that backer could really drop under it. I've seen Brock a lot of times lob that over the guy. The guy was deep, so you'd love to say check it down, but they ran a blitz, so Christian wasn't there. But I thought that guy made a hell of a play. I mean, obviously at the end of it, yeah, don't throw it, but that was a pretty good play by that guy. And the end of Ricky, that was man coverage. The guy was tight on him, but he gave Rick an opportunity, and I didn't have much problem with that. But I'd much rather worst case scenario on all those, I always tell the receiver it should be offensive PI, not a pick. So hopefully Ricky can make sure that's not a pick next time.
What was your view and emotions when you saw Bosa recover the fumble and seal it?
Just took a breath, was relieved, pumped up. Then I got to watch out for all the big guys who try to knock me out on the sideline to celebrate after it. They always get much more aggressive than me. But I was pumped. I mean, in those 2-minute situations, you want to go tee off on the quarterback. And from what I saw, it was an awesome job, not just running past him, allowing him to step up. He got to the top. I think he came back underneath. And I don't know if he knocked it out or not, but I don't know. Did you guys see it? Did he hit it out or did it just slip?
Kind of pushed the tackle back into it.
Yeah. No, it was huge. And just to finish it right there, we don't have to worry about what else would happen.
What was going through your mind just before Jake Thomas made that catch in the end zone when the ball was in the air?
When the ball was in the air, I was blocked, so I had no idea where it was going. So I was just hoping it wasn't a turnover, and then I was getting ready to decide if I was going to make another call or send the field goal out there.
Another young guy that was involved in a lot was Marquis Siegel. He led the team in tackles by halftime. What did you see from him?
I saw him running around making a bunch. I see less out there than I do in the preseason and stuff, getting ready for the next series. So pumped to watch him on the plane, but it looked like he was flying around and making some good plays.
Where do things stand between the 49ers and Kendrick Bourne? Is that something that you're still monitoring?
Yeah, and I know he hasn't signed with one, so I know it's a possibility we can get him. I know we're still trying. Hopefully that can work out.
If Juwan is out for an extended period, do you think that Jordan Watkins is a possibility to be?
I mean, he got back at the end of last week, but so he is a possibility. He's getting closer with them, so we'll see.
Take two more to us.
When you say there's no question, about Jake Moody's job security, why is that?
Well, just the way you guys ask it. Right now, I have no question. I'm trying to finish today, and then I'll get on the plane, evaluate stuff, and go back at it.
So we can ask you again.
You guys can ask me every day, and I'll answer how I am right at that moment.
I know it's a different year, but this is the kind of game that you did not win last season. Does that strike you at all that this is a different kind of feeling, different kind of team than it was last year?
Not really. I'm so, I feel like in our building, in our meetings, just talking to the guys, I think we started out trying not to make comparisons to other teams. Like we're trying to not have this year be tied to any other year from the past. And I think we started out that way, talking that way, but I think it's become that way. I don't think we're thinking much about that right now. And we've been working to do that. And I think a game like this makes it easier to do that too, because you're right. I mean, they finished that. That was one that could have gone either way, especially after the missed field goal, the block, the 2 turnovers, and a few of the big injuries in that game. So for us to still find a way to close out that and win, I was real proud of this year's team, and hope we'll be back at it next week, ready to go.
All right, guys, appreciate it.
All right, thanks, guys.
It means a lot. It was a grind of a game. A lot of ups and downs. It tested us in a lot of ways. So it was really good. Obviously, ending with a win is what we're always aiming for, and the fact that I was able to help is always great.
So much was made of the run defense struggles. Well, last year, I think they averaged 3.2 today in 26 years. Just what was your impressions of what was working, how you were able to slow them down in that regard?
Yeah, I'm proud of how how many yards rushing?
3.2, I think it was
Yeah, no, that's what we always emphasize, and it was kind of a scheme that we're familiar with, and with the Kyle Shanahan tree. So we definitely, for the young guys, it was good because they've seen it during camp a little bit, so they had a little more familiarity. But Salah's the man. He calls it great, and I obviously need to watch it. I don't really know what's going on half the time during the game, but yeah, that's number one, stop the run. So we're always happy with that.
Was there any play on that last for you on that one that to get you into the pocket?
What's that?
Understand the solid calling?
No, that was just a rush. It was a grind all game. They were making it tough, and thankfully I made a play at the end.
Did you, even the TV replay, we couldn't see it real well. Did you get a hand on the ball, or did you knock Lucas into
I
the ball?
pushed him into the, yeah.
So it hit Lucas.
Mm-hmm.
So much was going on in this game. You got injured guys, you got missed field goals, you got blocked field goals. Just what was the emotions like as this is going on?
It was a roller coaster, and in the NFL you have to stay even keel no matter what happens, because if I'm not locked in on that last play, maybe we'd lose. So you never know when your opportunity is going to come. It's a really tough league. So whenever you have those opportunities, no matter what's happened before, you got to be ready.
Does it strike you that this maybe is a game you would have lost last season?
I don't know. It's hard to say.
How would you quantify the impact that Salah brought game one? Just, maybe the energy that he brings. He's running up steps pre-game. Obviously, you guys didn't see that, but like the market he leaves on you guys.
Yeah, I mean, he's as good of a coach, defensive coach in the league, and when you could just feel the like leading up to the game, how important this is to him, and he's trying to get everything perfect before we step out on the field so that everybody knows. And with a lot of young guys, like, he was a little nervous coming in, we all were, and just putting players in the best positions possible.
Did you sense some of those young guys' nerves? Did you do anything to try to calm them?
I mean, everybody's nervous in the NFL. First game, I get nervous. It's a high pressure business, and you got to go out and perform. People forget quick, so you got to go do your thing every single day, and it's the start of a good journey.
What happened with
Lost you guys.
with Fred, and when he came back into the defensive huddle, did he have like gauze in his nose and was he tall?
He did. Yeah, he had something shoved up his nose. I was just like, Fred, are you all right? Because he got hit in the stomach and was gasping for air, and then his nose was just leaking blood. I'm like, are you okay? Like, you don't look okay. But whenever Fred goes down, I'm just waiting for him to come back in, because he's that tough of a player, and he had a great game, and his leadership is up there with Salah's. Like, I mean, he's a coach and the best linebacker in the league.
What can you say about what's going on with Jake Moody? I know he's your teammate, you support him, but it's not great right now. Do you just tell him you're back him? Where is his team with Jake Moody?
I mean, I'm always supportive of a guy who's struggling, and obviously that position is very cut and dry, whether you're getting it done or not. So I'll never turn on a teammate. So, yeah.
Last one, Tracy. Nick, you said that you still get nervous. Do you think those nerves are important? And if you didn't have them, would it feel like you were getting complacent?
You answered it for me.
All good, guys?
Good.
Thank you.
Right. So I had a corner curl route, and I kind of slipped a little bit coming out of it, but I looked back at Brock, and he was started scrambling around. So immediate scramble drill, try and stay in bounds, try and beat your guy. I saw him throw it up. I wasn't sure if he was throwing it away or whatever, but I just tried to cut underneath the corner right there and high point it, and come down in bounds. So.
Isn't that just instinct in terms of attacking the ball? Because some guys may stand back and wait for it to come. Like, how did that kind of happen?
Yeah, it's something you work on. It's like a good fundamental of football is like always reaching out and trying to high point the ball or attack the ball so that, you let it get into your body or whatever, the defender can punch it out or whatever. So that's something, we work on and we emphasize a lot in practice and stuff. So I'm glad to see it, come into play there.
Does that moment feel like it's happening in slow motion? Does it feel like it's happening fast? How does it, like in your head, how's it playing out?
Definitely slow. I went up, I caught it, looked down at my feet, make sure I was in bounds, and kind of looked around for some flags. And it was silent, because we're on the road. So I think Russell Gage, someone was like, "You scored!" And so then I was, didn't believe it, and then I was, spiked the ball, go celebrate with all my guys. So.
Have you had game-winning touchdowns in your career? Or just kind of back?
I think this is my first game winner in my whole career. So definitely exciting and dream come true. So.
When George goes out, what's kind of the conversation with you and Luke and Brian just in terms of
Mm-hmm.
you got to step up here? I know game plan was have George have you, right?
Yeah. So it's really just figuring out, in our different personnels who's going to play which position and how we're going to split up, the 11 personnel stuff. So that stuff was all, talked about at halftime, talked about, throughout the third and fourth quarter. But yeah, so we just try and, be as prepared as you can and slide right in there and try and, have the level of play be, as close as it can possibly be.
Did Birdie say anything to you after the catch or in the locker room?
Yeah, I mean, he just said congrats. He was super excited, came over and talked to me, and just a big play. And, he does a great job keeping the play alive. And I asked him if he was throwing it out of bounds. He's like, no, I was just trying to give you a chance. So I appreciate him doing that.
The stat coming into today was one career target for you.
Mm-hmm.
You mentioned the instincts of like practicing and repping this.
Yep.
It's just in practice where you kind of build that up. And
Yeah, I mean, practice really, anytime you can get it, even if it's on, I've spent, a year on the practice squad before, so like scout team stuff, and like anytime you're in practice and you're running routes, it's really just a great opportunity to like, work on your craft and try and become a better player.
you've been able to see the play, like see it back.
Yeah, I've seen a video of it. I saw it on Instagram, so.
There was some talk about Dwight Clark.
Oh,
Just because of the,
the location, yeah.
Yeah, and jumping in front of it.
Yeah. What about?
Where are you going to the Hall of Fame?
Yeah, I hope so. But yeah, I mean, maybe some similarities, I don't know. But that's cool if people are saying that.
You said you spiked it. Were you able to track it down? Do you have it?
Yeah, I do have it. One of our ball guys on the other sideline was able to snag it, and Doc gave it to me, so I was super happy about that. So
Where will that one go?
I got to get some type of, trophy case or shelf or something, so we'll see.
Your first couple catches came earlier on that drive.
Yeah.
Did you know Brock was going to be looking for you at a safety valve, or what went on with those?
Yeah, so the first one was a screen, honestly, and I, could have done a better job on that one. Kind of got caught up, my feet caught up with one of the offensive linemen. So I was disappointed about that one because that was kind of, they were calling my number a little bit. So that one could have gone better. And then the other one, I knew I could have gotten I was kind of later in the progression, so I was just trying to stay alive and, convert that into a first down. And obviously the last one I wasn't, expecting in that fashion,
How was Brock in the huddle coming down the stretch?
I mean, he's confident, he's poised, he's like, let's go win this thing. We didn't want to kick a field goal. We didn't want to go to overtime. We wanted to score and win it right there, so.
Take one more, guys.
Jake, I just asked a couple of your teammates about your first career reception coming today, not only just the touchdown, but they were all shocked to actually hear that you hadn't had a catch before today.
Mm-hmm.
How does that make you feel, and how did you stay ready for this moment?
Yeah, I mean, it's just preparing, like I can't tell you how many games I've prepared for, mentally, and really haven't, even gotten in the game on offense, mostly playing special teams and stuff. But that's just years of
just trying to take every practice serious. And no matter, if you're running with the ones during camp or if you're, scout team giving the defense looks, just always trying to maximize the time you get to make yourself a better player. So,
Thanks, Jason.
thank you guys.
Guys, we gotta get out of here, so we'll just do these guys together, if you don't mind.
Just for the record, Brock, were you definitely throwing that for Jake all along? Wasn't throwing it away or anything like that?
Yeah. No, I knew Tonjes was going to come down to it.
Can you just give us through you're obviously the long play, you're looking left, you're moving around. Describe that play?
Yeah, I mean, it was a fast break, so you walk up and snap the ball quick, and it was just a straight across the board read, and just felt like the coverage was tight, and at that point I felt like I needed to leave the pocket, trying to find a guy in the end zone, and then as I'm going away, it was put it hopefully to where Tonjes can get it or nobody can get it. I know it was a close call, but he used his length, came down with it, and yeah, here we are.
Christian, what was your view of it? I don't know if you saw it live, but what was your view of the play there?
Yeah, I ran a flat and then just watched from there. And yeah, it was awesome. Felt like it was slow motion. And then when he came down with it, obviously we were excited.
This could be for either of you, but did you realize that was his, today he hadn't had a career reception coming into this game, and how impressive is it that he then goes out and has the game that he has?
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet.
What does it say about him to stay ready for that moment?
I mean, he's a guy that even last year, I remember against the Rams, George was down and we had Tonjes go in. Like, he's been a smart guy, and it just, it comes down to opportunities and in games. Do you get the right look, to get the ball and everything? So he's been a consistent guy all throughout last year in camp, and George goes down today, and then boom, he's ready for his opportunity. So we all love Jake. He's a smart kid, and we all love him, and he's a brother to us. So we're gonna keep moving forward.
Yeah, he's a guy that's made of the right stuff too. Practices really hard. Attention to detail is great. He's willing to block. Does all the things right. So it's pumped for him.
Yep.
After 31 touches, do you have a sense of how your body's going to feel when you wake up tomorrow?
Oh, amazing.
There was a lot of everything, right? But a lot about the middle runs. Was that a particularly, a grinder for you?
Yeah, it's a really good defense, man. I mean, you go to an NFL game, you never know, how it's going to play out. You just got to be ready for the ops, and we knew that was a good defense. They don't give up a lot of explosives, so some of them was just stick your head in there and try to get as many as you can, and stay on the field. We had a lot of long drives, but overall, I was just happy we got that win. They're not all going to be pretty, but it was good to come out with a win.
When you guys have practiced the 2-minute drills, have you practiced that throw to Ricky? Is that part of the repertoire, and how did that develop?
I mean, yeah, in certain situations, Kyle knows when to take a shot and everything, and has a good idea of like what defenses do. So, that was a great play call by Kyle, man. And then Ricky executed a great double move on Tariq, and for us to be able to come down with it, the O-line holding their protection and giving us the time to throw a play down the field, it's not easy. But yeah, we've done that at practice, and but I thought it was huge, man, just for Ricky, to get out there in his first start. And then in a clutch moment like that, do his job and come down with the catch and put us in position to score.
There were a lot of games last year, particularly in the division, that came down to the wire that you guys weren't able to pull out. What does it do for this team's confidence to get one on the road against a division opponent early, and especially with it being in question till the end there?
Yeah, it means a lot. I think, we have a really new team, and I think there's so much talk about this, our past teams, and but we try to wipe all the past noise away and focus on this team. And to have a bunch of new guys come out for the first time together and to play with each other and get out a gritty win against a good team in a tough environment, that's a big deal. And there's so much we can build from that we're excited about. But to come out of a game like that with a win is huge.
Rob, all the one-on-one stuff you've done with Ricky, was that kind of payoff today?
Yeah, 100%. I thought there were some things that I missed him on, that he did his job really well, and so we're gonna go back and continue to grow and build together. But yeah, man, from him coming in with the right attitude at camp, willing to learn our offense from day one, and be humble as a young player and ask me like, hey, as a quarterback, what do you see? What do you need from me? He's done that day in and day out, and he absolutely loves football. So for me as a quarterback, I want to ride with a guy like that and go out and compete and find ways to win. And so I thought today going out there, man, with the position that Kyle put him in to go out and win one-on-one reps and come down with the ball, man, it was pretty awesome to see. So we're going to keep growing together.
All right, thanks guys. Fred, right here.
Thanks, guys.
Will be our last one. Good job, guys.
Thanks. Yeah, where's my buddy at?
You've had a buddy with you during the game, a little caught up in it.
Yeah, that was crazy. I just saw a picture of that. I'm like, that looks terrible. Given the circumstance, it's all right though.
What happened? You get hit in it?
Yeah, no, I just I laid out for the tackle, and I guess my helmet wasn't on tight enough, so that chin strap kind of came up and got the nose. But it was more so falling on his cleat that got me falling on his, just like right in the stomach. So just tried to let that subside for a bit. It's all good.
Did it fire you up more, Fred? I mean, you don't need to get fired up for games, but it seemed like every tackle was very emphatic.
Yeah, I mean, I just knew we needed that energy, right? I mean, it's big game, week 1 on the road. We knew how tough of a battle this was going to be, and I was trying to just continue to inspire my teammates through the adversities that we were hitting there throughout the game. And so, ideally, I was really hoping to get the ball, but my teammates doing an incredible job all game of finding ways to get that. And I know we didn't finish +1. I think we were even after that Bosa play, but can't express how huge of a win this is.
So Kevin Roberts back in the sideline. How good of a game did you call?
I mean, it's huge. I mean, I've talked about it all offseason, just the confidence that you have as a player with such a dialed-in coach like that. It was great, again, having him back on the sideline, making adjustments. I kind of had a feel for how he was going to call the game. So throughout the game when he was making calls, being on the same page, and it was great. I mean, it wasn't perfect, but you love to learn off of a win.
Let's talk about the young players on your defense so much this summer. What it's like to see Winters, Siegel, other guys flying all around. They were making a lot of plays out there.
Yeah, it's so big. And, I mean, when you have young players, you hope that, they obviously play assignment sound. But the thing that you cannot not show is that tenacity, that relentlessness to the football. That's to their advantage. In your youth, being able to just play with your hair on fire, and we needed that in a big way. I think obviously I wasn't able to truly see it yet on the tape, but I can't wait to watch.
Did you sense any nerves in those guys? Did you feel the need to say anything?
Not at all. Not at all. I told them before we even started the game, I said, hey, just hang with me all game. We're just gonna take this thing one play at a time, and let's just be great with the fundamentals and being on the communication of everything. I thought we did that.
At one point, you're in the tent, and there seems to be a real urgency among the staff just outside the tent to go find your helmet.
Mm-hmm.
To give you your helmet, and you come out with your helmet on. You ran out. Was it something where you felt good and you're like, okay, give me my helmet, I need to go back in the game?
Yeah, I mean, I really didn't even want to go in the tent, to be honest. They just made me do that I guess that's the rules. So as soon as I got in there, I'm like, where's my helmet? Let's do it.
What was your view of Bosa's final play there to get the fumble?
You'll see it. It wasn't the best coverage by our group, but thank God for Bosa in that situation. I saw the ball come out. I didn't know who forced it. I saw him get on it, and so the fact that he made that big of a play, it was major. It wasn't clean at all, like I said, all game long, but finding a way to win in the division week 1 is major.
Was there a couple more guys?
Motivation given the fact you won't see the Seahawks until the last game of the regular season?
I didn't even realize that until you just said it. It was extra motivation knowing that it was in the division, it was on the road, week 1. I mean, it's always everything at stake, but you understand when you played long enough how big those division games are. So the fact that we were able to come on the road and get this win, can't speak enough to it.
Nick was saying that in the lead up to games, Salah's really emphatic about making sure everyone is on the same page defensively. I don't know if you guys saw, but he was running out the steps pre-game. Like, what does his energy bring to the room outside of just the X's and O's that rubbed off on you?
I mean, yeah, you'd be surprised throughout the week. He has little to no energy and he's very stoic. He saves it all for game day. And you can get rowdy and have fun on game day when you're executing at a high level, right? And so all that work we put in throughout the week, really going through it and being hard on ourselves to then come out and just let it loose on game day. That's what it's going to be about all year long. And like I said, it wasn't pretty at all. There's so much to clean up, but much rather clean it up off of a win.
All right, thanks, Fred.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.